This is the story of Jake Turner, man, who went from sleeping in his car to owning one of the most respected small manufacturing plants in Ohio. It's not just a story of success. It's a story of grit, resilience, and the power of never giving up no matter how bad things get. Jake grew up in Akron, Ohio, a city once thriving with industry, now known for closed factories and lost jobs. His father was a machinist who got laid off when Jake was just 14. That's when things started to fall apart. His mom took on multiple jobs to keep food on the table, but money was always tight. Jake started working at a local diner right after high school, putting college on hold to help his family. But fate wasn't done testing him. At 22, Jake lost both his parents in a tragic car accident. He was left with debt, grief, and nowhere to go. With no stable job and no degree, he found himself homeless living out of a beat-up Ford Taurus parked behind a warehouse. Every day, he showered at a public gym, filled out job applications, and took on any odd job he could find. Landscaping, janitorial work, lifting crates. For a while, he worked night shifts at an old tool and die factory, where he rediscovered a spark of love for machines, craftsmanship, and the rhythm of production lines. He saved every dollar he could. For 3 years, Jake lived with bare minimums, no luxuries, no vacations, just purpose. He read books on manufacturing, watched YouTube tutorials on CNC machines, and eventually enrolled in a local community college to study mechanical design. Then came his first big break. A retired engineer named Mr. Halverson, who ran a small parts-making business, offered Jake a job, not just as a worker but as an apprentice. Jake worked 12-hour shifts, learned the trade, and eventually began suggesting improvements that boosted output and reduced waste. Halverson noticed. When the old man decided to retire, he offered Jake a deal. Buy the factory from me slowly, with a portion of the profits. No banks, no interest, just your word. Jake accepted. The first few years were brutal. Machines broke, orders were late, clients left, but Jake didn't give up. He worked days and nights, repaired machines with his own hands, and personally drove across the state to deliver parts. Slowly, business picked up. He renamed the company Turner Precision Works, hired local workers, including former inmates, veterans, and people who, like him, just needed a second chance. His factory didn't just produce parts, it rebuilt lives. By year 5, Turner Precision was supplying to major companies across the Midwest. Jake invested in solar panels, offered full health care to his employees, and started a mentorship program for young people interested in trade skills. Today, Jake Turner is not just a factory owner, he's a symbol of what's possible when resilience meets opportunity. In interviews, he always says the same thing. Success isn't built on talent alone. It's built on showing up every single day, even when you feel like quitting, especially then. So the next time you feel like the world is against you, remember Jake Turner. Because sometimes the lowest point in your life is just the foundation for your greatest success.